indicates that they are aware and present in their surroundings. Yes, bad weather. This is very, very true. Um, that's a good question. That's a good question. You're blocked, Sprinkles. Oh no. You're blocked, are you? I'm trying, dark mother. Uh, Lola says, I've been sectioned 4 times. Worst thing ever. It took a decade to recover from. It's so offensive. I get that, Lolly. I get that. And like I say, Lolly, if you need to take a moment, um, you know, please look after yourself. Um, but yeah, Haley says, once he's in a facility full of genuinely ill people, he'll be terrified. This isn't a joke. No, it's not. It's not a joke. It's not a joke at all. Um, right, the mental health isn't a joke. No, it's not. What he has done now is make a mockery of genuine mental health. You sent me a private message. Let me have a look. Private messages on the PC don't always work. They're a pain in the ass. Oh, right, okay. I thought it was. I thought it was. I thought it was. The issue comes in because of what they've posted. It's going to cause backlash, and I hope they are aware of that. And it says, my mate with horrendous mental health gets put in Springfield a lot, and even she says it's terrifying. It is. It's definitely terrifying. Mother, as I say, I think it's. I've done a lot of volunteer work with different mental health charities, and so I've done a lot of mental health work within myself as well. Am I always great? No. Yeah, you're blocked on their Insta apparently, Sprinkles. I don't know whether I'm blocked on their Instagram. Um, I don't know. I haven't checked, to be honest. Can someone send you the pic? I need to validate my feelings on this. Um, sure, Sprinkles. I think someone can. I mean, I got sent it. I think someone can. Someone can. Sorry, yeah. I said can. Um, I don't know, Peggy, honestly. I don't know what ward. I don't know what ward they would be sent to. I don't know. Especially with the laws in place. New laws in place. I'm not too sure on that. It's all for show, makes a mockery of people that genuinely want and need help. Right. Yeah, and I know that's how we can feel. And those are very valid feelings. Is the picture posted inside an ambulance? Um, yeah, Mad Hatter. I know of different Mad Hatters. Um, it looks to be inside an ambulance. It looks to be inside an ambulance. Um, oh, I'm sorry, Venice. Yeah, Venice. A lot of people do. Uh, Unfortunately, the mental health, um, the mental health crisis in the UK is so terrifying. Because there isn't enough mental health support systems out there to support the mental health crisis. Um, I'm sorry, Venice. There has been so many different stories out there. Um, Becca has the pick, guys. Ventry says their Insta doesn't show for me. Has she been taken down? No, Venti, sorry. I don't think they've been taken down. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to piss people off. I really don't. Um, Haley says I've had my psychosis completely separate from my brain and body. These issues are entitlement. That's it. I get that, Haley. I get that. I'm sorry you went through that, Haley. Um, Dave says be given Haribo and sent home again, probably. Ooh, I like a good Haribo though. I do like a good Haribo. Hungry Guy says, I just saw that photo. He's got stubble in that photo. He didn't have stubble when he crashed out. Well, stubble grows, My stubble grows. I definitely need a shave. I've got a picture of I took a picture before I came live of like my beard. I'm gonna go and shave it up afterwards. Um, you feel bad for the family, of course, Venice. Of course you would. Of course you would. Completely agree, Josh. The NHS can't cope with how many people need true mental health support. Exactly, Daisy. You know, the mental health support system is so bad. Um, well, of course it would. The stubble growth would be on full show. Um, of course it would. You know, my stubble grows back pretty fast. I don't like my stubble. I hate my stubble, but also I hate shaving because, like, shaving on one. I've got very sensitive skin. Your leg hairs grow within a day. You know, yeah, hair grows back really fast, especially if like you keep it maintained as well. I think it is it a myth that the more you shave, the faster it grows. Is that a myth?
Old wives' tale.
Oh, it's an old wives' tale. Yeah, yeah, maybe.
No matter how often or
Oh, it is a myth. Yeah, it's a myth. Yeah. I mean,
how long between shaves, your hair rate does not change.
oh, it's a myth. Oh, I thought it was a myth. That photo is a selfie, possibly being crying, possibly an old photo, not 100%. It's an evidence. Right, Haley, yeah. Yeah, my shaving sort of like, oh, it irritates me, and my shaving, it would be okay if my all my hair grows in one place, but it doesn't. I mean, not in one place. What,
One direction.
what the direction? That's it. Grows in one direction. But it doesn't. Take it from someone who's had laser from the neck down. It's the blunt cut you feel that makes it. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it feels like razor blades. I mean, it is razor blades. I know what I'm trying to say. I just, and because of the brain injury is made. So this is what's wild. I had the brain injury on the left side of my head that's made the right side of my face really sensitive when it comes to things like shaving and things like that. Uh, if E says he's thinking of ending it, he'll be kept for a minimum of 72 hours for assessment. Yes, they would, yeah, because it's like if it's a genuine mental health crisis, they will, yeah, they will, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what they're trying to prove. But this is the reason why sort of like uh, I don't know why he decided to post this. I don't know why. If he shares an update of anything in the next 24 hours, then it's all made up. They'll be sent home. Right, yeah. If it's genuine, but we know what those. Yeah, that's it. This is the reason why sort of like. Uh, I think my personal thing is they're doing this to rage bait people, to get a reaction, to get people to. It's to rage bait people, to get angry at them, to come at them, to say transphobic things to them, to have a response. Um, Now, if they are getting the help, then I'm all for it. Get that help, seek that help. But the fact that they posted it is something else, and it is also to get sympathy messages and gifts. Yeah, that's another aspect of it as well. Um, the framework is if genuine presentation, they do insist on taking all devices pending hold assessment. Yeah, they will. They will. They will. Don't mother. If this is genuinely if this is genuine, and I say if, they will have their phones taken off them. They will have social media taken off them. If this is a genuine mental health crisis, they will. It's as you know. This is where Alphabet doesn't realize because they're in their own little bubble. We've seen this. We've witnessed this. Not only have we been through something like this, we've seen this. Um, we've seen this. If they were genuine, they'd excuse me, they'd go to a GP not an ambulance trying to queue jump. Um, yes, I can agree there. It all depends on sort of like I'm not in Alphaba's head, but it does. If they're trying to present this as um a crisis, then there are numbers that they can call like the crisis team. The crisis team is not, like I say, the mental health system in the UK is very flawed, and very underfunded and all those things. But they can call the crisis team, and things like that. Yeah, sucks. Sucks would be a good word, Shell. The mental health thing sucks. But they could call the crisis team. They could call different organisations, but they don't. Now, if they're genuinely in a crisis of uh, causing harm to themselves, then yes, an ambulance would be called, or they can call an ambulance, um, and that would be the last resort. Um, we need to take your phone automatically. That'd be fine. I get that, Haley. I get that. Yes, the name. Yes, they are extremely immature. Yes. Another go around of the cycle of lies. Yes, Chloe, and a lot of those are very valid feelings. Because it does feel like that. It does feel like that. I know, Lolly. I I understand. I understand, Lolly, that you're like less patient, and I get that. Um, I get that. You're too diplomatic. Like I say, internally, I'm raging. But that's because, as someone that's been in those situations of, mental health crises, as in more than one, I know, I know the real effects that it can have. And my first thought isn't to post a selfie. So, um, and yes, it does feel like more rage bait. You know, yeah, these are a lot for all of us as well. Lolly, like if you need to take a break on it. Um, I say that's not just to Lolly, but to anyone. If you need to take a break, then it's okay to take a break. I said this in a reply. My mate's arrest last sectioning was females only because of her trauma. I get that, Haley. Yeah, I can fully understand that. I can definitely fully understand that. I know a comment, but I'm 57 years old. And being around, I can tell you it's just because I get that Apple user. I get that. Um, I get that. Uh, I get that, Lolly. As I say, if you need to take a break, that's fair. But I get that Apple user. Um, as I'm 36, been around the block. I could make a joke about that, but I'm not gonna. Been around the block a few times, and this is the reason I sort of like. While I understand that picture and what it's going to turn up, it's going to cause a lot of issues. Do you think they ask the driver to slow down for the Instapic? They might do. Nah. I think it would be, during and after. They have stopping points. They have stopping points. If it wasn't for social media, I'd be so naive to have others think I just can't believe people's mindsets. Haley, I was. Well, I wouldn't necessarily I was naive, but I was very much social media opened my eyes a little bit more. I didn't just open my eyes to other people and how they think. It also opened my mind a little bit more as well. Because like when I first started I say doing, but like viewing social media, um, I was a lot more on the gaming side more than the commentary side. Then I found the commentary side on the Big Red Button app, and I was more on the American side than I was the UK side. It's only since I started doing TikTok that I found down the commentary TikTok side, commentary UK TikTok side, where it's like, oh, I mean, genuinely, I thought everyone smiled in passing. Please, thank yous. Not this chaos in minutes. Well, hey, that's the thing. I mean, I was always raised with politeness of please, thank yous. Um, I mean, I don't always smile, but you know, please, thank yous, those kind of things. Just general politeness. Um, doesn't always work though. That then you do sort of see social media and it's like, oh, not everyone was raised that way. It's like, oh, I thought everyone was sort of raised to sort of be like, say please, say thank you, uh, those kind of things. And then you see social media, it's like, oh no, I don't have a religion. It was just manners. Be a nice human, be caring. I mean, we weren't a religious household at all, really. I mean, I think my grandparents were. My mom wasn't. My dad isn't. Um, but yeah, I was just brought up that way. You do shout. You definitely do. You definitely do. Um, yes, that's it, Olive. You have to. This is where, and like, I've always made the argument of social media is real life to a point of like we share ourselves on social media, right? So it can be real life, but then we also have to remember that it technically isn't. You know what I mean? It technically isn't. Like, social media isn't real life. We have the power over social media. Uh, I'm physically very ill and believe if I'm a good person, good will come to me like karma. Oh yeah, yeah, Haley, me too, me too. Um, I believe in karma. Um, you know, I my beliefs are I'm a pagan guy, so my beliefs are very witchy driven. Which witchcraft is pagan. Yeah, I say paganism as an umbrella term, but the even though I'm a witchy way, I believe in karma. Uh, it's to be housed to and to. Uh, he's no intention of working. He gets it from their mum to she's as bad. I get that Apple user and sort of like when it comes to that, the he has grown up on social media and he's gotten a lot of money from social media and this is I think I said it yesterday of like can you make a lot of money through social media? Yeah, of course you can. But like e- each generation, I say that as if I hate saying that because it makes me feel old. But each generation grew up on the YouTubers of 2016, and they got all the brand deals, and they got all the celebrity in air quotes, um, endorsements and things like that. And you know, so I do think that E is trying to make social media their income. You think that he will come back with a sob story just like CLA? Like, well, they might do. They might do. I think they're trying to. They are trying to. I think they went too far this time, though. I mean, they've been. This is where they've been. They've gone too far before as well, though. With the whole utensil incident. This is like that incident again. Um, it feels like that incident again and blaming everybody else. Yeah, as far as wait, Haley says. Plus, I believe what you put out comes back. Aren't they scared what they putting out there. I'd be right, Haley. Yeah, I get that. That was almost a year ago. The attempt on, yeah, it was. Yeah, Jesus, I wasn't around then. I think I just started covering it after that fact. But yeah, it is a rinse and repeat. It feels that way. But Spunkers also said, he's already made enough excuses for their bad behavior the other day. Yeah, they have. Yeah, God, was it's amazing what happens. First, it's everyone misunderstanding. Yep. Now it's because parents don't check their kids' phones. Yeah, I've got that. It definitely doesn't feel it, and I think, fairness, the reason why it doesn't feel that way is because it doesn't feel that way because they're doing it again. I think that's why. Maybe they saw a on this day and thought, oh, it's been a while since I kicked off. Well, hell yeah. Maybe that's it. On this day, so we'll do it again. But I think when will enough I mean, I ask that question a lot of the time, not just with E, but with a lot of other people that I see on a lot of things. I'm like, like, when will enough really be enough? And it won't. That's the thing. It won't. It won't. We'll still be calling out E when we're A and gold. A and gold? That's not what I meant to say. Grey and old. I was about to be a bitch. I'm not gonna. Love you.
At least I have my natural teeth.
Rude. Ah. Is that the only comeback you got? I got a phone at 15 and I had to leave it on the table at night. No internet, no credit, just snakes. God, we love Snake though. Sprinkles is like, do it well. Yeah, I can't say my partner's older because he's 2 years younger than me. Um, yeah, growing up. When he kicked off, he was looking up to watch the views go up. It was all for sure. Yeah, Apple years. I think Amber was the one that brought that up. Amber was the one that brought that up as well. Yeah, that's the reason why sort of like all of this, and that's the reason why it can feel like he's making a mockery. You got exactly what you mean. Yeah, I know. Uh, yeah, and uh, it definitely feels like they're doing it for the views, and that's the reason why sort of like that's the reason why they brought up the. Hang on, I need to go back to my. I need to go back to here. That's the reason why they brought up the comment. Ah, that's the reason why they brought up this comment. No, no, it's. I hate that it does that. No, it's in my control to handle it. If I was a cis woman, like Elphaba knows what that's gonna do. They know what that's gonna do. They know that that's gonna bring up problems. They know that that's gonna cause issues. They know what that's gonna cause. Can I read that? You see, Alpha shows that, you see, it's 8:30. They need to pick a lane. They have a million excuses for anything negative, right? Um, get a magnifying glass. Well, I wear glasses. I've seen the
Still can't see shit out of.
fucking rude. Um,
Not lying.
yeah, you're not lying. I still can't fucking see shit out of them. But anyway, if he was a cis woman, they wouldn't be acting this way. Well, yeah, sure, that's a good point. The I've seen the joke of we pay to see people. Well, there's that joke of we pay to see people. What prostitution? There's prostitution. There's a joke about it, prostitution and other things. And it's like glasses, God. Can any of us with glasses? Well, that's right, Venice, right? Exactly. Um, I'm blind as a bat. I can joke about it, right? Sprinkles. We're blind as bats. We can joke about it. My glasses are all singing or dancing. Still can't see through them. Right. Exactly. See, I won't show this. This is on All Seeing Eyes. All Seeing Eyes channel. All Seeing Eyes channel. I'll read what it says. Astigmatism, right, Venice. Um, I read what it says though, because Alphaba's put a picture up of their hand, right? And I read what they said as the caption. I hate putting stories like this up. No, you don't, liar. I'm sorry, but growing up a little girl, we experience a lot that boys don't. It builds us as humans. Right, Haley? I get that, you know. I fully respect that. I fully respect that, Haley. I really do, you know. And society also treats young girls differently than they do boys as well. Um, so yeah, I hate putting stories like this up. Bullshit, E. That's bullshit. So is but last night I punched my wall. Yeah, in anger because people told me to unalive. I want to apologize for being too scary last night. I'm just a hurt person. Well, therapy would help. This is in smaller writing. Being trans online and having to deal with people lying about you can turn you violent. Girl, people aren't lying. You are a problem. Can turn you violent. No, it can bring out your violent tendencies. Sure. I mean, no, Becca. There isn't a community that I haven't mocked. People call me, I'm reading you what you put again. People call me dangerous, but never wonder how far people push me. This is very, hey Victoria, this is very much giving, and this is the reason why I turn around and say, if you look at abusive people, it's, oh, look how far you pushed me. No, look at your actions. Can people push you to be pissed off? Sure, people push me all the fucking time. People push my buttons all the time. This is also, you like, imagine this in a relationship context. If Elphaba was in a relationship with someone, if Elphaba was in a relationship with someone, you can just imagine what kind of a partner they would be. Like, oh, you pushed me. It's like, it's giving the, he had it coming. Sorry. Because I was about to make the analogy of, I stabbed him. I stabbed him 10 times. But exactly, with that cell block tango, yeah, it's like, which is a bad joke. Oh my god, I'd be telling them to run in the opposite direction. Right. The abusive manipulators all follow the same pattern. They do. They really do. They put up a parliament petition, Haley. Which is that the parliament petition to revoke the Supreme Court one? I've seen people post that one. I've seen a lot of people post that one. But yeah, so that was one of them where they put the picture up of their hand. He won't say any of what she was actually. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. He won't say any of what she was actually annoyed about and will blame it on the new law alone. Yeah, Daisy, they will. They will. How is he posting when he's getting help? Well, it's a good question. So that was one slide, and then we've got another one of E posting their hand. This is in black and white. Um, yeah, they punched the headboard, then checks views. So this is I think this came before the other one. Um, my hand is okay, but hurts a lot. Okay.
Didn't realise that
Uh, the ends must have been quite well. I can't help these anger bursts. It's not in my control. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can't help these anger bursts. It's not in my control. That is like, and this is a very extreme example, but this is like an abusive man punching his girlfriend and saying, "It's not in my control. You pushed me. You pushed me." It's giving the exact same analogy. And that's the reason why a lot of women came forward and said, "You that we were reading the first comment where the woman turned around and said, came into your DMs and said, you want to be in our spaces, but you do things like this online, and that's the reason why people don't feel safe around you. And now this is your response. I can't control it." Yes, you can. Like, I'm gonna be, and I'm always blunt and honest, but I'm gonna be honest. Guess what? As a man, I can control my anger. I can control my anger. I can control my anger. Can I work myself up into an angry point where I want to punch something? Yes. Those are very valid feelings. Anger is a very valid emotion. Anger is a very valid emotion, right? But they're my emotions. I'm using me as an example. Then hit a pillow. I mean, I have done. To be fair, I have done. Um, I mean, I probably should hit a pillow. Using keys with intent is a crime. It is, Kazza, it is. Apple says, to be honest, it's the only thing that. What is it? Ah, right, yeah. Then it was my fault that the fridge was dented, right? It's like, yeah. I think the fact E hasn't been clocked is proof people can control their anger. I mean, yeah, there's that as well. Maybe says I've been sectioned. No way was I posting a selfie or petition. Right? Yeah, this is again. This is the reason why I think just posting. He's posting things to get a reaction out of people. Um, but there's more of this, which I'm blind as a bat. It's not in my control. Yes, it is. It feels like a volcano. Well, you may want to go to therapy about that. And people wonder why I'm like this. When people told me to on a live yesterday on TikTok live. Right, you're leaving out the context. Do I agree with people doing that? No. You are leaving out a lot of context. And that's the reason why you're fleeing to Instagram to do this. You're leaving out the context of you came on Instagram, TikTok, sorry, and raged because people were putting fucking blue hearts in the chat. You got angry over blue fucking hearts. And because Juan wouldn't be your friend anymore. Fucking hell, if I fucking got angry with fucking somebody putting blue hearts, purple hearts, yeah, that's all it was. That's how it started anyway. That's how it started. Like, I just fucking. Hey, Elphaba, you do realize every single time I hear the song Defying Gravity, I get pissed off. Am I going to lose my shit? No. I mean, I think it was the come down from substances, yeah. Random, of course, but I like Latin names that start with J as it's H. Ah, like, it's like Jesus. Oh, yeah. You hate Primark because of them now. Like, okay, do I agree with people telling you to unalive yourself? No. You came on TikTok and raged and then punched the wall and said, I want to do this to people in my chat. You also made a joke. You were doing a lot of things in that live stream, but one of the things that you did was say, I wish people could have been, well, I'm paraphrasing, but when you're talking about SA, you literally said, I wish people could have felt it, felt what it was like. Again, paraphrasing. No, no. You'd never wish that on anyone. And then you wonder why people, like, you feeling pissed off and angry, valid. Valid. People telling you to go and unalive yourself, people invalidating how you're feeling, sure, you can feel angry about that. But you also have to acknowledge what you say has repercussions. You can type Signal Boost, you should be able to. Has repercussions, E. You're gonna get pushback. You're gonna get people. I would never turn around and tell you to go and unalive yourself. Not everyone is me. I mean, I have no idea where Maria's at on all of this. Right. But you can control your anger. We can control our responses to bad energy. Bad energy? Yeah. Right. When Elphaba says at the beginning of this, I can't help these anger bursts. It's not in my control. It feels like a volcano. Because that's literally what Elphaba's saying right now. Yes, you can. You definitely can. You can exit out the live. You can turn things off. You can not read comments. That's the first thing. We have control about how we respond to shit in this world. And I'll speak about my personal experiences. I've been called the R word my entire goddamn life. Do you think it's nice when people sit there and call me the R slur, the F slur, all those things? Is it nice? No. Can I control people doing it? No. Do I wish people would stop using those slurs against people such as myself? Yes. Is it ever gonna stop? No. I can, however, control how I respond to those outcomes, to those comments. Because me responding by saying, by punching walls, isn't going to help anything. It's just going to hurt me in the long run. Um, so that was the first part. There's another part to this. All as a... Oh, fucking hell. By the way, E, if you're going to do something on IG, think about the people that are blind, okay? So, as soon as people say you're taking this... Wait, what the fuck? That's not what this says. Oh, you're faking this. As soon as people say you're faking this, that you're this, I think he meant, but you're faking this and that. And when I punch something and lose that, they say I need help. I mean, you do. Maybe people shouldn't be so hard on me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. We also need to, you also, oh, for fuck's sake. Elphaba, you are acting like a child. I'm sorry to say that, but you're acting like a child here. Welcome to the real fucking world. As somebody that also doesn't fucking leave the fucking house, you are gonna get that. You need to get out of your fantasy world and into reality. The reality of the world is people aren't going to be nice to you. People aren't going to sugarcoat shit for you. People aren't going to be this flowery essence around you. People aren't going to do that. You piss somebody off, they're likely going to come at you and punch you straight in the face. With words. In Minecraft, people. In Minecraft, okay? In Minecraft. Like, I don't know how more plainly people can put this to E. People need to stop being so hard on me. Then stop causing the problems. Stop causing the problems then. I think someone has said you need help every day for the last 5 years, Alphabet. I mean, yeah, they really have. You receive the energy you give out. That's called life, right, Angie? It really is. Is there any more of this? Yeah, there is. Oh God, there's more. Hang on. You just stop being so hard on them. And fucking understand my mental health matters. Okay, right. I'm gonna be blunt again. Your mental health doesn't trump somebody else's mental health. Just like my mental health doesn't trump somebody else's mental health. You raged, lost your shit on a live stream, told everyone to fuck off. You did this on a live stream. You, Elphaba, you. You tried to control someone, tried to control their chat, tried to control how people speak. Then they came back at you. They're like, okay, their mental health matters as well. Just as much as yours does. Your mental health doesn't trump everybody else's. What's the theory? Let me have a look. Oh, wait, is it... Wait, why is that? It says the post is unavailable. I'll definitely have a look. Juan is lovely. He doesn't like blocking people. I get that. The fallen angel. I get that. And had... Wait, there's more to that, isn't there? Oh, wait, no. But he's a broken negative record. Yeah, when was the last time he live streamed something positive? But that's a fair comment, Haley. And had friends offering to call them, like a lad called Josh but chose to continue raging online. Right? Yeah, this is the reason why sort of like this falls flat. They say they think this is a timed kickoff so they can fob up. Oh yes, a lot of people have said that. A lot of people have said that they think that this is a kickoff so that they can't, so that they won't pass the mental health assessment that's coming in 2 weeks. Literally 2 weeks today. You're going to be having your appointment in 2 weeks, but they're going to blame everybody else. All right, so this is another one where they've shown the picture of their hand again and says, and people wonder why I'm like this. Maybe it's because people want to invalidate my existence and not advocate for. Okay, again, I'm going to say this, other people have said this. No one's going to advocate for you. Sorry, Cupcake. Sorry, Cupcake. No one's going to advocate for you. Why? Because we're too busy advocating for ourselves. We're too busy advocating for ourselves. Fuck me. Be kinder, cause this. Be kinder, cause this will happen. Okay. TJ, hello. Their IG says they're getting help. Yeah, I know. In the back of an ambulance now, wasting more energy. I know, TJ. I know. I've seen it. Be kinder, cause this will happen. That sounds like a threat. Be kinder, cause this will happen. No. Like, I could be a right cunt right now and play snowflake music, but I'm not gonna. Um, this is the most successful people in the world were bullied in school. Oh, I bet this. I bet the most successful people in the world were bullied in school. Picked last successful. Right, Haley. They were. They were. You know. It's just. Oh God. E. Be kind, otherwise this is gonna happen. So basically, we have to validate how you feel, but you can't validate how everybody else feels. Again, this is what abusive people do. You want us to validate how you feel and be kind to you, but you're not going to be kind to others. Okay. I mean, go up, I guess. And again, like, this was all because your friend said no. Just shows he picked the victim lane. Me first, or you're transphobic or a bully. Well, we all get labelled as we get labelled as transphobic or ableist. It's like, for fuck's sake. Okay. 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 I'm like, I don't know what because this is all on Instagram. What are you too chicken shit to do it on TikTok? I mean, no, they're not. They're not. They're clearly, yeah. He's not used to being told no. Clearly, mummy spoiled them. Well, just feel that way. Amanda says he gets lots of support, but chooses to focus on the negative. Right? You get a lot of support. You've had hundreds of thousands of pounds of people in the past 5 years. Girl. Uh, Joya, I think good chunk of us are disabled in one way or another. Right, Venice, we are, yeah. he wasn't actually upset over the unaliving comment. He pretended to be upset. Yeah, that he was upset over the fact that people Juan was he was Juan was telling E, no, we don't want you around here anymore. That's all it fucking was. Um, he doesn't understand validation only works if you're true to yourself and not mimicking a lifestyle. That's fair, Angie. That's fair. Wait, there was something you want. Angie says you want, but won't transition. Well, they've got their appointment in. I swear it's in 2 weeks because it's the 30th, so it's in 2 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm thinking it's Wednesday. It's not. It's not. Not yet. It's not yet. 2 weeks tomorrow. I'll lay money on a new breakdown because Jack's getting hormones and the entitlement will kick in. Well, yeah, like this is where he doesn't realize that they've caused all these problems. Girl. And now it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault again. You caused this. You all caused this. No, Elphaba, you caused this, girl. You did this. Ugh. Yeah, it is the same day as Jack's. Won't get hormones if he cries mental health in that ambulance. Well, no, they won't because to get hormones, you have to go through a lot of process. It's a lot of process. Yeah, I know. God, it's nearly May. I know, right? I think, I think earlier, like my partner said, May yeah, was giving a May date, and I was like, oh, that's a bit far off. And he was like, oh no, it's in 2 weeks. I was like, oh, yeah, it is. No, the 30th is in 2 weeks. I've got it. Oh wait, hang on. It was the 30th in a week or 2 weeks. I've got it down as 2 weeks. Nope, you are correct. You are correct. So a week tomorrow, not 2 weeks, a week tomorrow. You are correct, Gemma. I was wrong. It's next week. My dates are all over the place. I think that's what he's trying to do. He doesn't want hormones. Right, Kazra, I get that. I get that. I was wondering why April was feeling bare long. Wow. I think I blinked and it's almost May. Yeah, blood checks, psych checks with all clears from docs. Yeah, finished. Yeah, it's a long process. I've seen E talk about hormones before. He just seems to think that it's almost like he wants a cheat sheet of being like, oh, and I think because I've seen it with the ADHD comments and the autism comments. Once I get a diagnosis, it's like, girl, do you even know what that means? Do you even know what that means? The stigma that comes with it. You're back. One more patient. One more patient to go, Kim. One more patient. It's like, hey, do you know what stigma comes with having ADHD and being autistic? Do you know what stigma comes with that? No, you don't, because you don't live it. But of course, you want the diagnosis to be like, see, everyone, see, I had the diagnosis. Now you can understand my anger outbursts. It's not about anger. It's not about anger. Ugh. And then I think that's the reason why sort of like when we talk about the hormones, the way Elphaba talks about hormones is once I have the hormones, once I have this, you guys can't talk about me. You guys can't call me. You can't call Elphaba he. It's like, Elphaba, it's not going to stop people. This is where Elphaba seems to think that if Elphaba gets these diagnoses of gender dysphoria, or Elphaba gets on hormones, or Elphaba does this, it will silence people who are critical of E. It's like, no, it won't. It won't. It won't silence people. And because Elphaba has that attitude, I don't think, in my mind, Elphaba is being true to themselves. Because the reasoning behind why Elphaba wants hormones, the reasoning why Elphaba wants a diagnosis of autism or ADHD or any neurodivergency is to silence other people. It's not for themselves, it's to silence other people. Oh yeah, they'll be back on TikTok Live. Oh yeah, definitely, they'll be back. I mean, that's true. I believe Angie says it. Oh no, Alpha the liar. I can't believe how he's gotten away with all the things he's done. It doesn't make sense to me. I well, the list is very, very long. I don't know either. Um, but if they lie just to get the label, could also hold them back. It's not always going to help. Right? It doesn't, Haley. It doesn't. Um, he will come back with ibuprofen gel, claiming it's hormone gel. You wait and watch Sal. Uh, Sal. Um, it's not. See, this is where it's like, I. It's like if you ask what. It's like people have asked Alpha what makes a woman, and Alpha says long hair and makeup. It's like, girl, no, it doesn't. The reasons that Alpha gives doesn't make sense. Tomorrow will be spammed with photos of, oh yeah, I know, needle marks for sympathy. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to prove either. You had bloods done, and so you had some tests done, and I'm like, does Alpha not realise that, like, which I still need to call the freaking doctors. I still haven't done it. Does Alpha not realise that as somebody who's disabled, we have to have blood work and all that shit done anyway? It's like, okay. Imagine if they faked epilepsy. Oh, they have. They have done. They take your driving license. He needs to be careful what they fake. Right, he does need to be careful. I do believe. Oh well, Alpha says I do believe he will be in prison one day though. But what would it's okay, Alpha Lie? What would they be in prison for? You know what would they be in prison for? I mean, I would think it would be fraud, but that's my thing. That would be my thing. I think it would be fraud. If Alpha was to go to prison, I think it would be fraud. Sal says, has he been live at all since the scrap with the better? No, they have not been live since. They've been on IG. They've been on IG. Alpha Boo in charge of a car, that's a scary thought. I mean, Signal Booster, it's also a scary. I mean, I'm the same. I wouldn't either. I'd be dangerous if I was in charge of a car. Haley says, oh my god, my blood's recycled every other day on dialysis. Blood tests are my least intrusive test. Right, Haley, you know. It's like, oh. And this is where, but this is. I mean, it's an if. Kaza was posing that as an if, by the way. It was Kaza posed that as an if. You know, Alpha comes back tomorrow with all the, you know, needle marks and stuff. It's like, well, that doesn't prove anything. And the fact that Alpha posts it, again, doesn't. On the one hand, Alpha was doing it to get, and this is where we say you're just trying to seek validation from others. Nothing Alpha does nothing Alpha ever does anymore is very genuine, because it's all for attention, and it feels that way because of how they go about it. It's like with the picture of the going to get help. It's like, girl, why did you need to post that? Don't tell us. Just go do it. Just go get the help. You don't need to tell the internet every fucking minute detail. If I was going to get help, which sometimes, I swear, I wouldn't tell the internet. I'd just go and get help. No, Kaz, I know. Sort of like, because I know some people would, I know some people who, if Alphabet's people are watching, they'll be like, see, they're assuming it's like, well, no, Kaz, it's just Kaz was putting it out sort of like a, if Alphabet's going to do that, you know. Because I know how some people are. And some people look at me, and it feels that way because it's just like, oh, why did you need to post that? Maybe do a rundown of tonight Insta stories for newcomers. So with tonight's Instagram, or because I as I say, I don't follow them on Instagram. My dad was under a psychiatrist for years. No one outside of his immediate family knew. Right, child of Scaro. Is that a TV show?
Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor Who, Child of Scaro. Is that?
Scaro, Home of the Daleks.
Ah, okay, there you go. And okay.
Muggle.
I anyway. Leave me alone. That's the thing, no one outside the immediate family, exactly, no one outside the immediate family, and that's it, nobody outside the immediate family should know, I mean, it's very, very personal. I mean, I've been to therapy, I'm not going to lie about that. Tonight, as I follow on from the bed bashing, yeah, so, oh, okay, so, yeah, it's a Doctor Who reference. Skaro is the Dalek planet. Oh, right, there you go. Right, okay. It's been a while since I watched Doctor Who. So you had the bed bashing incident. Elphaba ran to Instagram, has done a Instagram voice note trying to re-explain what they meant about hitting women, which wild to me. Then they posted a slew of Instagram, some with a picture of their hand saying this is all your fault. People push me to rage. I was just blaming the audience basically. And then today's Instagram is going to get help. Basically, it's everybody else's fault, not Alphaba's fault. We can't blame Elphaba. We can't blame Elphaba for their emotional outbursts. It's everybody else's fault. Even in the instance, basically, Elphaba should change their name. Gaslighter. Gaslighter Orion Dorothy. It's not Elphaba anymore. It's Gaslighter Orion Dorothy. Because that's what Elphaba does. Elphaba, in the instance of what happened, got upset because Juan fell out with them, tried to control Juan's chat, tried to change the narrative of what was happening in Juan's chat. People were putting blue hearts, because that's Juan's thing, in their chat. They raged, lost their shit, said a bunch of nasty, horrible things, punched the wall, and now, because of that, it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's like gaslighter. And we are misunderstanding them and all that stuff. Oh, that's why you believe the photo was old, because in 24 hours things have gone quiet / they crave attention. Yeah, I know, hell yeah. Oh, Jackson? As in, the ex-friend Is Jack on 007? Oh, okay. Always someone else's fault when you're a narc. Yeah, Kazi, yeah, they will blame it. Narcissists will blame everybody else. Narcissists will blame everybody else. But then, that they definitely will. That they definitely will. I mean, yes, there is an easy option. Tal says there's an easy option. Turn the app off and delete it. Well, Sal, yeah, that's an easy. That's a very good solution. It definitely is. Um, it definitely is. Do you think that would help though? I mean, they just go to another app like today's antics. And yes, wait, what day? What date is it? 22nd. So yeah, yesterday's antics and today's antics are all happening on IG. They're not happening on TikTok. They're being responded to on TikTok, but they're on IG. You know, so it's just like if Elphaba ever it gets kicked off TikTok or they delete the app, they're me Elphaba needs a total social media ban in my opinion. Well, I get that, Sal. I get that. Yeah. Haley says, "Is Instagram bio official professional account?" Okay. Don't check DMs. Well, that's a lie because you've shown DMs. That's a fucking lie. Keep getting cancelled. TikTok 500,000 plus. So nobody can DM them. People can DM them. But literally, they've got a response. They're such a liar. Well, they are like, do people not? I'm gonna need people who follow Elphaba to use their critical thinking skills. Alphaba's put up, don't check DMs. What's this then? Alphaba's pictures there. That's them responding publicly to a DM. Uh, uh, I mean, wait, they do have 500,000 plus on TikTok. They don't on Instagram, but they do on TikTok. Have they gone down have they gone past below 500,000, Haley? They constantly say you're not alone. You can message me anytime. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Purple. 500k. Wow, they've lost more followers. The last time I checked, they were at 508. No, they've lost more followers since the last time I checked. But that was like, I want to say like a few weeks ago. I mean, yeah, Helen, that is the theory that he's brought a lot of their followers. That is the theory. Purple, you're giving them a lot of credit if you think they have thinking skills. Purple. But I'm just like, you don't check DMs. What is this? This was posted publicly on Elphaba's Instagram. So their caption on their Instagram is a lie. Don't check DMs. Yes you do. Wild to me. Yes you do. You mean you don't check the positive ones? You ignore positive comments and only respond to negative comments. That's what you mean. It's all lies. I mean, Haley, yeah, it is. It definitely is all lies. Oh. I think that's Elphaba's brand. Gaslights at Orion Doherty is a liar. That's their brand. Lying and just trying to damage control.